احنا ناخد
يعني هلا today we decide يعني هلا بدي اشتغل هودي التنسز I'll explain the tenses وفي عندي exercises لحظة بس اتأكد انه عملت لهم هون التنسز اوكي نشتغلهم to solve them وبدي اعمل مثل comprehensive هيك test للجرامر و then we from the test we explain rules okay بس انه most of the students were asking me about tenses if I want to explain the rest of the tenses that's why okay
شكرا.
اوكي طيب
Doctor, will you explain other grammar objectives أو بس ال tenses?
no هلا I of course لا ما أنا هلا I want to explain يعني ال conditionals also but look what I'm saying هلا I'll continue with the tenses today solve exercises okay هلا I'll show you since I'm sharing my screen I'll show you this PDF هيدا this is revision يعني of almost all grammar in addition to some mistakes that we give in the concours okay so starting from this يعني we explain others the focus today is on tenses okay I'll explain other rules of course okay
Thank you.
دكتور بس الفريزل verbs ملغيين لأنه حدا قال
yes
إنه ملغيين هذا
yes yes the phrasal verbs are cancelled يا الله okay the phrasal verbs are cancelled this is what I wanted to tell you لأنه we were discussing I was discussing with the other concours instructors and you know we have to discuss يعني it's the first time that we discuss things I told them we have to discuss things this year before we go to the concours you know because some people have different points so I said we have to take the students situations and all the circumstances around us into consideration okay so no phrasal verbs this year okay as I will yeah طب أنا I want to ask what do you know about the present perfect simple what is the form of the present perfect the use etc
We start by verb to have, then after that we put the past participle of the verb, the past participle form.
yes and what are the uses of the present perfect
Something is happening now.
present perfect هلا أنا I'm listening yes what do others say
Related to something in the past.
okay yes I'm waiting for others answers yes Kara
Started in the past but still going on till today.
yes
لما يكون
okay.
في no life experience بهيدي الشغلة.
no life experience طيب let's go through it يعني as quickly as possible هلا what other tenses do you need أنا I prepared for all tenses يعني هلا I'll check from this if you have background I'll start directly with this as يعني ال mini revision and from it to explain how about that what do you prefer أنا I don't mind يعني
إذا قدرنا بنمرق عليهم كلهم أكيد حسب ما بتقدري بنمرق عليهم كلهم بس إنه الأشياء اللي أصلاً بنعرف عنها بنقلط بسرعة.
okay yeah
some tenses may need more explanation so we go deep into them.
yeah present perfect as you said إنه if we talk about the form يعني it's have verb has or have in addition to the past participle form of course and I sent you the list especially of the irregular verbs لأنه regular verbs have the same form of the simple past okay we use perfect aspect to look back from a specific time and talk about things up to that time or about things that are important at that time. This is another infograph. The concept of unspecified time can be very confusing. Do we have someone who's trying to get into the class? Ali Sroor is the guest. Okay. So يعني most of the time we have unspecified time. It is best to associate the present perfect with the following topics. لأنه you know هلا tenses are taken into consideration as meanings. Okay, we use the present perfect to look back from the present. I have always enjoyed working in Italy, and I still do, as you said. You mentioned this use. She has left home, so she cannot answer the phone. Yani, if I want to summarize it, the present perfect makes connection between the past and the present. Okay, some actions finished, but they have their effect in the present time. Okay, and I can say that I have just talked to some of you. I talked and finished, but when is the effect? It is in the present. Did I talk yesterday or maybe in the morning? Now, but this action is done and finished. Okay, we use the present perfect for something that started in the past and continues in the present. You also mentioned this. They've been married for nearly 50 years. She has lived in Liverpool all her life. It seems that somebody else is trying to be in the class. No. Let me close the WhatsApp web. Okay. As you can see the examples, in the third part, we use the present perfect when we talk about our experience up to the present. Okay, from the examples, I've seen that film before. I've played the guitar ever since I was a teenage. Remember when we talked about the present simple with the since clause? Yani even if I have, sometimes in the same sentence we use the present perfect and the simple past. The since clause, in the since clause we use the simple past. We don't use the perfect. In the main clause I can use the perfect, but in the since clause we use simple past. Okay? Okay till now? Since the since clause can be sometimes a phrase, and I can put a definite time, more definite time, since 1920, for example, since 1999, since 2000, since 2012, for example. And it can be followed by a phrase or a clause. If it is followed by a clause, the verb in the clause must be simple past. Okay? Clear?
Clear.
He has written 3 books and he's working on another one. Yani experiences from the past or about up to the present. Okay, change over time. What do you mean? We often use the present perfect to talk about change that has happened over a period of time. Look, you have grown since the last time I saw you. يعني only almost the same, but in the meaning differs. The government has become more interested in arts education. Japanese has become one of the most popular courses at the university since the Asian studies program was established. And even here, look, it is past simple passive, but it's simple past in the since clause. Yani mostly in this, if I want to talk about the change over time, we include the since clause with the present perfect. Okay? Yani to summarize, as we say.
يعني على طول لما يكون في
Accomplishment.
عنا
Yes, when we have since clause, if I have an exercise that tells put either the present perfect or the simple past, and of course, if we have definite time of the past, and I haven't explained the past, when we have definite time, we use simple past, and definite time of the past, I mean, okay? If I have exercise that we have to put either the present perfect or the simple past, and we have since clause, in the since clause, we use the past simple, okay? Clear?
Clear.
Okay. When we want to express accomplishments of individuals and humanity, we cannot mention a specific time. Man has walked on the moon. Our son has learned how to read. يعني the effect is still in the present. Doctors have cured many deadly diseases. Scientists have split the atom.
يعني قصدك عنهم هن الفاكت؟
kind of, بس الeffect لأنه is still in the present. Okay?
Okay.
The effect is still in the present. An uncompleted action you are expecting, and of course we have a clues. يعني since, for example, since indicates, as we said, an action that started in the past continues still in the present. If I want to talk about uncompleted action, we can use yet, the clue of yet. James hasn't finished his homework yet. mass but she can communicate etc. Most of the time we include yet. هلا concerning for we have other, we have so far as a clues يعني here the other so far it means يعني till now. Okay, as we said we have action that started in the past till the present, or action that haven't been done till now, or till now. This is the مثلا for example we say this is the most difficult, for example, test that I have taken so far. يعني when we have these clues they indicate that we have to use the present perfect. Okay. Okay.
Okay.
هلا concerning for, what's the difference between since and for؟ هلا هون for actions انه more examples. If we have just and already are also time words or clues of the present perfect, of using the present perfect, but their position in the sentence is not at the end of the sentence like yet. Just and already come between verb to have and the main verb. Okay. هلا yet if it is used in the negative it is at the end of the sentence, and in questions it's also at the end of the sentence. Clear? Just to clarify here. هلا for I haven't. هلا never, as we said last time, never is strong negative. It is like just and already, not in the meaning. It is used in the middle, يعني between verb to have and the main verb. Okay. هلا concerning the difference between since and for, we have to open the note.
for مش هي length of time أما
هي
since أنا
length of
لما أقول
time. هي since هي point of time. Since هي point يعني it's clearer. يعني مثلا let's since for example I have studied for example يعني نحط add section. طيب for example he has studied for example medicine for 9 years. Okay. For the difference, I'll give you another, the same sentence. He has studied medicine since for example نقول 9 years، نقول 2009 نعتبر هي more for example since 2009. طيب look the difference here. هلا since, another example on since. They have achieved many accomplishments since they left Lebanon. Look, as I said before, with after for length of time we can use only phrases. يعني look, for 9 years I cannot say for she or he, for example he etc. studying, because it becomes as reason, because, and I don't want it to express because the reason. I want it to express time. Okay. Since can be followed either by a phrase or by a complete clause. Okay. And almost the same meaning with the present perfect, but with since we have point of time, يعني it can be followed by a phrase or by a clause. For is only followed by a phrase. If I use a clause after it, it becomes in the meaning of because. And I'm not using because, يعني I'm not forming only to form a complex sentence, but because I use past simple with the in the same sentence, I can use it after since. I can use the past simple after since. Okay. Is it okay till now?
Yes بس في أسأل
Yes.
سؤال.
Yes, of course.
بقلب بالسنتنس تبعت سنس ما في يقول هي is studying يعني إنه هو كان عم يدرس من 2009 ولهلأ بعده.
No. Give me the sentence that you want to say.
He is studying medicine since 2009 مثلا.
He is studying. بس إننا بالسنس what can we use? Remember the present simple. تلكم not only with the present simple, with all the tenses. When we have compound tenses, with the since clause, with when clause, the time clause, we use simple tenses. Okay? You cannot use the continuous. We use simple tenses. Okay?
Doctor,
Yes.
why can't we say he has been studying medicine since 2009?
But I told you because we cannot use progressive or compound tenses. We can use only simple tenses after time words, time clause. يعني when, remember, will present simple. I told you, we apply them to all other tenses. And if I have present continuous, I use with them simple past. If I have past continuous, in this clause I use simple past, not past continuous. If I have perfect, in these clauses I use past simple. In simple tenses, we can use after them simple tenses, not compound tenses.
Then why can we use has been doing, like has been studying, has been
doing لأنه continuous, it's not simple.
Yeah, like when can we use it?
هلا I'll explain. This is present perfect continuous. After this, هلا this is you have it here. This is the present perfect continuous. Okay? This is what you're asking about. This is called present perfect continuous or progressive the same. هلا present perfect continuous هلا I forgot to put the form. The form is here. I start another one. Okay. Present perfect continuous. يعني abbreviated. هلا الفورم I'll put them directly. Has been or have been in addition to the present participle form of the main verb, not the past participle form of the main verb. يعني this is what you're talking about. يعني we have been preparing for the entrance exam since summer, for example. Okay? يعني هون example have been preparing. You know that logically analysis says إنه after has or have use the past participle form. طب I used verb to be. Okay, طب after verb to be كمان we know that the rules say إنه after verb to be we use continuous. So that's why it is present perfect continuous. Okay? Present participle form of the verb, of the main verb. طيب what about the present perfect continuous tense is used to show an action that began in the past and continues to the present. يعني الديفرنس هون very little difference we have. إنه the present perfect continuous, if I want to emphasize the continuity of the action from the past to the present, يعني with a slight difference between the present perfect and the present perfect continuous. The present perfect continuous emphasizes the continuity of the action from the past to the present. This is the only difference. Okay? Okay? يعني I can say I have studied English for 10 years, or I can say I have been studying English for 10 years. What's the difference? The difference is in meaning. يعني in the second one, I am emphasizing that I'm still studying. يعني in the first example it is clear. Let me put them here.
طب إذا سألونا وحطوا لنا التو examples وهن اثنيناتهم بيزبطوا نحن أي لازم
sometimes إنه الكلو هلا we'll see the clues. هلا ما most of the time both of them are correct. يعني they cannot tell you إنه لا, we cannot put something that is very close like this. نحن we try to avoid. Okay, إنه confusing things for students if both answers are correct. Okay.
Yes.
I have, for example, been studying, let's say, English for مثلا أو 10 years, or if we say I have studied English for 10 years. لأنه for و since يعني already with just, okay, cannot be used with the present perfect continuous. هلا for و since can be used with both present perfect continuous studying. Sorry, I have been studying. Sorry. لا مظبوط. I wrote the first one. For و since can be used with either the present perfect or the present perfect continuous. Okay. طب what's the difference between these two? Only in the first example using the present perfect continuous I'm emphasizing the continuity of the action. Here I know that I'm still يعني the action still, but here it shows more with the continuous present perfect continuous. Okay. Here, in one of the uses, the present perfect does not differ in meaning as you see from the perfect. They both are used, يعني as I said them, but here in details. يعني I explained them هلا orally. Do you have any thing to ask about?
دكتور بس بدي أسألك شغلة.
Yes.
يعني هي الفكرة ال present perfect continuous، يعني أنا بعدني عم كفي بهالشغلة. ال present perfect أنا خلصتها.
إيه done. وممكن تكون بعد for 10 years I might be يعني continuing. ما بعرف إذا I'm not sure إذا done ولا لا. Okay. بالcontinuous present perfect continuous في continuity يعني I'm sure إنه it's still going on. Okay.
أوكي تمام.
For since as I was saying يعني I explained as I said ما في شيء, there's nothing more to talk about the present perfect continuous. Okay. Any question about them?
لا clear.
Okay, good. What do we have here? On. طيب. هلا أنا I know that we explained about present simple, present progressive, but I have an exercise about present simple, present progressive. Have a look at it. If you feel it's easy, بعدين I finish all the explanation of all tenses وبعمل في عندي 2 examples for all tenses. Okay. بس هون I'll do the first one just to focus the معمل revision on the present simple and the present continuous. Okay. Only the first one. Okay. To gain time. Yeah. Ready? Ready?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
They are 20 sentences. When you finish, هلا they are numbered here يعني in the parentheses. Okay. When you reach till number 9, 11, 12, tell me to scroll down. Or till number 15, they are clear. Yeah. Please tell me when you reach number 15 to scroll down. Shall I scroll down?
Yes, doctor.
Yes.
Ready? رجع نحط اليوم فوق لحاله.
شنو؟
بقف.
شوية.
ما بيبينوا تحت.
ايوه.
ما بيبينوا يعني هيك هون. بينوا فوق.
مفهوم.
Ready? Are you ready?
لا خلص. يس خلصنا من 15 بس يمكن مش كلهم صح.
Okay, man. Well, that's why we're solving them together. Yeah. Who would like to start? Let me, so I can see, maybe I can see some of you.
The train always leaves on time.
The train always leaves on time. Why do we use the present simple and not the continuous?
Because we have always
Always.
action.
You know, a habitual action. طيب. Number 2, what's the matter? Why?
Are you crying?
Are you crying? Yes, are you crying? It's a question in the continuous tense. يعني because we're talking directly now. What's the matter? It means that I'm talking to the person directly. يعني in the present. It's continuing. That's strange. They
Don't watch.
don't watch
They aren't
No.
watching.
They aren't
ما في aren't
watching.
watching.
They aren't watching TV. يعني that's strange. كأن it's like إنه exclamation or something. They are not watching TV. 4. He not to speak very good English.
Does not speak.
Does not
Doesn't
speak.
speak.
Oh, doesn't. The same. Doesn't يعني contraction or does not speak very good English as a fact. 5. Please be quiet.
I am doing.
I am doing my homework. 6.
Where do they live?
Where do they live? Question in the present simple يعني. Where do they live? Listen, John
Is playing.
Is playing.
is playing music. Is playing music. I never
Went.
when. We haven't talked about the past. Either the present simple or the present continuous. What?
Go.
I never go لأنه never is one of what? Of the adverbs of frequency. Right?
بس مش never يعني بحياة عمره ما راح يعني.
Can we say
هي
go?
go ما هي I never go. Never is a strong negative. Never. That's why I cannot use the present continuous here. Harold Black's famous pianist. He
Gives.
gives 2 or 3 concerts every week. يعني this is habitual. 10.
Travels.
He travels a lot. And this week he's in New York. 11.
Is staying.
Is staying.
He's staying at an expensive hotel. He's at his hotel now. 12. He
has
his breakfast. لأنه now at the hotel now. He
Is having.
is having.
Doctor, this
Verb have can be progressive and progressive. Here it means he's taking. He's having his breakfast in the dining room. He drink a cup of coffee.
Is drinking.
He's drinking. لأنه he's drinking a cup of coffee and
Is reading.
Is reading.
Yes, a newspaper.
ضروري نجلس كمان ولا
What?
اوكي ماشي.
Okay. Harold's always very busy. He
According to number 11.
Is because they said the regularly.
Habitual.
yes. Number now 15. Harold's always يعني Harold is always very busy. The piano regularly he plays, right? And regularly. He practices for 4 hours every day.
Practices
Because every day habitual action. He go to bed late and
goes.
He goes to bed late and he always
Gets
up.
And even if we don't have always, because we have and like in Arabic يعني مثل بقول عطس parallelism. But he sometimes gets dressed too quickly, and this morning he is wearing one blue sock and one red one. Okay?
Okay.
Doctor, please بدي أسألك according to number 11. نحن we consider this week as if it is now.
Which
because
one?
Of that we write it 11. We said we write it is staying. He is staying.
Yes.
This week يعني كأنه now.
This week ما قلنا this week وات present these days. Okay, nowadays express continuous action, an action that starts and is continuing. It's not definite as now, at the moment, at this moment, but this show the continuity of the action, continuous action.
Okay, thank you.
Oh, welcome. Yeah. So we're done with this one. I will send you, it has other exercises, but as quick as possible. Okay. Nah. We'll go to other tenses. Not this one, of course. هلا we'll move to past and the future tenses. بس